Hearing of so many people in intensive care who've suddenly been struck down with illness brought back some old memories for me. But 19 years ago now, I was in Guy's Hospital, and I've been there since mid-February, and it'll be another month before I came home again, and then probably 3 years before I really gained normal fitness and strength. It had all happened very suddenly. My esophagus split when I was being sick. And your esophagus is the food tube between your throat and your stomach. And amongst other things, it stops food and everything else getting into your chest and lungs. So you'll understand that it was very painful. And I was very ill indeed. So I've got a personal reason to sympathise with all those people who got breathing and lung problems with the coronavirus. But when your lungs don't work as they should, you sometimes feel that you're kind of fading away when you don't get the oxygen into your blood. And in my case, being on a high dependency ward with my lungs struggling to get that oxygen into the blood was one of the hardest things I've ever had to endure. We get used to fit people going into hospital and usually getting discharged home relatively well. But when you're the one in the hospital bed and with the machines bleeping around you and the surgeons talking about your unusual condition and not being sure what to do next or the outcome, you may feel hope, but you don't feel confident, and you certainly become acquainted with fear. So when the days and the nights sort of turn into weeks and then months, the resilience you need and the persistence in keeping on making the effort to get well can become really hard. The alternative of giving up, turning your face to the wall and thinking about slipping away seems very attractive at times, regardless of all your family and loved ones who will grieve for you. But day after day, the doctors would do their ward rounds, and I would hope for some good news or something new that they could try, but the answer always seemed to be wait. I want to thank Martin for the Bible verses he sends out each day. Some of you will have seen them on WhatsApp. And one of them recently was from Isaiah 40 that included the words, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength." These words meant a lot to me at the time. They were on a card that Bernard and Brenda Rouget sent to me, and they probably never realised how much it actually meant to me. And perhaps that verse can also be helpful for us in the current lockdown. We have to wait and gather strength from the Lord. I had a lot of morphine at one stage, but one Sunday morning, knowing that the church was praying for me, sort of coincided with me no longer feeling the need to push that button on the syringe driver, and I've progressed to doing without painkillers at all. So prayers from the church can be very, very powerful. And we do get desperate at times, don't we? I remember being in hospital, praying for healing, and thinking about the woman who only had to touch Jesus' robe so for her to be instantly healed. Well, we all want that at times, don't we? But instant healing doesn't always come, didn't come for me either. But I kept praying about it because there's a thing about persistence of prayer, isn't there? And I felt that God's response was, look, Alan, you've prayed this before. Do you think I don't hear you? I can call your phone if you like, but I don't think that's what you really want. You're going to have to be patient and wait. You'll have the strength to get through this, even though you don't feel it now. So if we are feeling that this is a bleak period because of illness or the lockdown or missing the fellowship, then I think this verse can help us. So it's they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength.